Hey, this is William Tincup, and we're at iSolved at SHRM 25 in San Diego. We got 3 guests on, and we are going to ask some questions and have some fun. So, why don't we start with the easiest one, maybe, is your HR superpower. And we'll start there. How about you?
I would say relationships.
Ooh.
The ability to build relationships effectively throughout the organization, throughout the company. I just have a passion for people.
Yeah.
And being able to connect on a different level outside of just work.
That's
so
nice.
Relationships.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. Bill, what about yourself?
Yeah, I think mine's the ability to motivate others.
Oh, that's great.
I come from a lineage of coaching. I've coached at numerous levels in different sports, and having a sales background and motivating teams in challenging environments. I think I've done that pretty effectively across my career. So I'd say motivating.
One thing, when I ran sales 100 years ago, and it hit me in the head one day that every one of my salespeople needed something different from me.
Absolutely.
So
each one's unique.
It's crazy because I was treating them all the same. And like some of it was working, it would land, and some of it was like wasn't landing. So like some people, you just give them a hug, say, "Hey man, I got you. How what can I do? Can I help you with these objections, this that, and the other?" And some people, they needed fire.
Oh,
they needed fire. They needed criticism to then get them to the next place. No. And it's just like I wish I would have known that at the beginning of that bit. I had to learn it the hard way.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a great skill that translates across any role, too, because you're leading a team. Everybody needs something different, and they all see everything that you say a little bit differently.
Oh, my God. I do this bit now, of course, where I'll get done with something, and I'll say, "Now, what did you hear?" So that they have to say it back to me. And about 80% of the time, they get it. And there's a 20% that are like, they say something, I'm like, yeah, no.
I'm going to borrow that tactic. That's fantastic.
At the end of the thing, well, it's actually, I also use it in ChatGPT. So at the end of a bit, whatever I'm doing, I then say, what is the question? What's the prompt? What should I have asked you that I didn't ask you?
That's good.
And it always comes back and says, okay, here's what you should have done. I'm like,
wow, that's great too.
I'm like, dope.
That's excellent.
That's really good.
So it actually does that too as well. But yeah, I love the what did you hear? Because again, that little 20% could have been the most important part. They got the other 80% is like, I got all that. It's I don't really care about that stuff. This is 20% that I care about.
Absolutely.
And from a people perspective, that's really good to have them restate what they think they heard.
Hey, no judgment. I'm trying to learn, etc. I always put it on myself, etc. And it's like, hey, listen, I'm just trying to learn. What'd you hear when I said that? What'd you hear? And then they come back and it's like slightly off. Never spot on. Never.
Helps you evolve your communication
100%. Because then after you do that about like 10 times, you're like, okay, I can calibrate this. Yeah. I can get this down.
And it's helping you improve relationships. I mentioned earlier.
100% superpower.
Superpower. It's always been problem solving until I joined the product side of the equation. And then I had to really develop a superpower for problem identification.
Oh, yeah. No, those are different. Those are way different.
Because when a customer's asking you for something, they're asking you mainly for a solution for a problem that they have.
Right.
But the solution they're asking for may not be solving the actual root problem. 100%. So I really had to develop that superpower for problem identification.
Probably just treating a symptom.
Correct.
And sometimes when you're working with customers, they'll give you something they have a problem with. Mm-hmm. No one else does. So now you're building custom software, and it's like, I got to make sure that this is actually something that everyone has a problem with.
Yeah, you got to come back a couple levels.
That's right. Yep. Yeah. All right, so let's do people hero. When you hear the phrase, Bill, we'll start with you. When you hear the phrase people hero or heroes, what comes to mind?
I mean, I think there's a number of levels. I think one of the top level is probably making a difference. I think go back to either the customer level, right? It's, did you make a difference?
Right.
Whether you solved that problem or got to the root problem, does the customer walk away and say, you just made a difference? Whether that's on a financial level, a people level, a product, a feature level, did you make a difference?
Oh, I love that. Good God. That's a great That's just a great bit to take in life. Do you have children?
I have 3 daughters. Yes.
Ryan, my business partner who just was here just a second ago, 3 daughters as well. 17, 15, and 12.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want nothing to do with that. I have 2 boys, 19 and 15. And of course, when you have kids, it's like, your wife's like, does it matter? And you're like, no, whatever. It's cool. It doesn't matter. This, that, and the other. And of course, I'm like, it matters. Please be boys. Please be boys. Please be boys.
Yeah. Well, to that point, communication is key with family, right? And
100%.
And maybe they're retaining only 20% of what I say. So I have a whiteboard in my house, and anything that I want them to retain, I put it up on the whiteboard. For years, I had the word "mad" up there, and nobody understood what it was. And then I spelled out literally "make a difference." So it's on the board till today. And when you ask that question, that was what resonates. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I'm trying to make a difference, whether it's in my company, my sales team, my family, personally, right? I want to make a difference.
It's a legacy.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So he leads his family like he does his business. It's great.
Yeah. Some people try to separate. That's a Seinfeld build. Worlds colliding, Jerry. Worlds colliding.
Yeah.
And so this is actually. You know what? I'm not going to make them separate. I'm going to bring them together. The things I learn at work.
Similarities.
One of the best things about Bill is what you see is exactly what you get. You're going to get the most authentic version of Bill.
I only have one gear.
Yeah, exactly.
And people are like,
you.
I'm me at the soccer game. I'm me at church. I'm the same me. Doesn't change.
That's all we ever want, right?
Some people in some jobs, they have to put on different uniforms. And I respect that. And some people at certain position levels, they can't do that stuff. They can't be as frank or otherwise. But for myself, it works because people either like that or people don't like that.
Agree.
And it's like, that's good for me because if you don't like that, we don't have to waste time.
Yep.
Right? All right. What about yourself?
I love that. Sitting here just listening to the last couple minutes, I changed my answer.
Good.
That I had because I was going to start with the elimination of barriers. So I think the Wild Hero that eliminates barriers, just blowing down those, impediments to success. But listening to how you just described him, authentic leaders, I think are heroes, right?
That's cool. Both of those land.
How courageous you have to be able to walk around in your own skin.
100%.
I mean, that is intimidating. It's also empowering and liberating. And you're so much bigger than just yourself that you're representing.
Yeah.
And so I think authentic leader with the elimination of barriers, obviously, would be what I would say.
I like that because there's part of what we talk about is being comfortable when it's uncomfortable.
100%.
And you're right. You're not changing because of the situation. Right?
That's right.
I'm so blunt. I mean, it's almost like a sociopath. Like I don't think about their feelings. That's I'm not bragging about that. It's just kind of the way I'm built. I think of the way I'm going to deliver, how they receive. I don't know. That's on them. They receive it how they receive it. And some people like that and respect that. And some people are like, they'll ask me, I'd love to hear, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how do you like your feedback? Like, how do you want it delivered? And they'll be like, unvarnished, give us the dope. I'm like, okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
Before we go down this
Clarify.
path. Because we ain't going to be friends after this, what I say. Yeah. Are you sure? But anyhow, and it's one of those deals.
Right.
I've had people years later go,
thank you
for that advice.
Sure.
Because no one else gave me that advice. Right. No one else could give me that advice.
And they will seek you out.
Oh, yeah.
Because to get unvarnished truth.
Oh, dude, I have literally one gear.
That, you kind of want to find those people that'll tell you the honest truth, even when it's inconvenient.
So I'm an overcusser, right? Been an overcusser my entire life, so I won't drop anything here, but overcusser, I can't remember a time where I wasn't. I'll do this bit with prospects and prospects generally, where I'll curse a couple times our first call just to see. Are we gonna have a problem?
Just to see the comfort level.
Just to see. And if they're like, "Oh, language," I'm like, "We ain't gonna be friends. We ain't gonna.
No beer after the call for you.
We ain't gonna be. I'm gonna talk about alcohol, drugs, prostitutes, cocaine. Like I'm gonna drop it all out there just to see where you're at. And if they're not on that level, it's like I ain't gonna waste time on you. I'm trying to teach you.
Life is too short.
Life is way too short, and too short is too short. All right. People heroes. When you hear that, what comes to mind?
Inspirational.
Damn. I haven't heard that one. That's good.
All of my leaders in my career, and I've had a pretty interesting career trajectory, have inspired me to level up to the next level. And, I've used little things that I've heard from all of them to inspire myself through my career, but also to relay down to my folks. And, it's interesting in the position that OpenForce is in, because we've been in the business that we're in and in the space we're in and all of our professional associations for over 25 or over 20 years, well over 2 decades. And so we have a unique position to inspire our customers about what we have on the roadmap and the plan for how we're going to leverage what we do well to grow into the next iteration of OpenForce, but at the same time, we have to inspire our people, many of them who have been in the business for a long time. And I have to inspire a product team to really, really care about identifying the problem. So
I love that, because you could take as you said, I can take things from different people. You don't take the whole leader, because maybe that doesn't work, but little bitty things and put it together.
I'm in my position and I am who I am because of my inspirational leaders throughout my career.
Love it. Okay. Last question is transformational moment. The way we really mean to say it is a moment in which in your career, anywhere in your career, where you knew you got it right. And we'll start with you.
Wow. There have been a lot of them. Where I knew I got it right is actually, let me flip it on its head. Okay. It was a moment where I realized how important it was to know that I didn't get it right.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
And that was one of the most transformational moments in my career, and it was very early on. And I was working at Uber Technologies, the rideshare company, and I was working on a project, and it wasn't going well. I was the owner of the project, and I was trying to report and trying to put lipstick on a pig for the stuff that wasn't
100%.
Going well.
100%.
And I had this boss, her name's Jenna Smythe, and she, I don't know if I can name drop here, but I will. Jenna deserves the credit. One of the best leaders I've ever had. And she goes, it's really, really important that you share with us what's not going well, because that's information that we're going to need to evolve how we approach these problems going forward. And I've used that in every single 100%. Role from that moment on.
Let's not spend a whole lot of time on what we're doing right.
Correct.
Yeah.
The information's in what we're not doing well.
Yeah, I have this thing on I built a feedback model 100 years ago that basically feedback comes in 2 ways. It's either solicited or unsolicited. So that's one axis. And it's either negative or positive. There's no neutral feedback, right?
Yep.
And so I like solicited negative feedback. So unsolicited, like you just give me feedback.
Yeah.
And, okay, so there's that. Solicited, the people I want feedback from, and the other part is I don't want you to tell me what I did well.
Yeah.
I already know what I did well. I'm good there. What I don't know is what
give it to me. Where are my opportunities?
Exactly.
Yep.
And it opens up for people that are like, oh, okay, cool. So we don't have to sit here and talk about how great. No, I don't. They don't need to hear that stuff. But I do need to hear the things that I can't see and hear. So I love that. And again, the faster you know what you're not doing well, faster you can fix it.
Yeah. And I learned how to really make go forward decisions off of that data and off of that assessment, and I've used it ever since.
Love it. Phil, about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably the most pivotal point in my career, or that one moment, that aha moment, was I was hired to do a sales workshop for a company in Miami. I'd been doing some of this as a side hobby of mine. It's probably going on about 20 years ago now. We're in Miami, know exactly where we were, Biltmore, Coral Gables. I'm giving this sales presentation, and at the end, we took a break, and at the end of that segment, I had a woman come over, and she said, I don't know if this will ever happen, but one day I want to work for you. And
That's never happened to me.
I turned my head, and I'm like,
sell me this pen.
Yeah, I'm like, really? For me? She goes, the reason why I wanted to work for you is because you are leading by example. You will do and not ask.
Wow.
And I was like,
first of all,
yep,
you're hired.
I guess I'm doing something. I thought, wow, first off, I didn't even think of that. That's the way I am. I'll jump in. I jump in the fire. I run into the storm.
Right.
I do it. I do that today at Open Force.
Mm-hmm. You make decisions really fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the thing is, when you work with people, everybody works differently. Like, so like my business partner, Ryan right here, he's a contemplator. So we'll come to the same thing. I'll be in 30 seconds. I'll go, yeah, we got to go left. Done. Why are we even talking about this?
Yeah.
And then he'll be like, give me some time.
Yeah.
And once we get back to it, it's usually about 90% of the time we're on the same page. Mm-hmm. Or the other 10% is he points out something I got wrong. So, that's genius.
You need that blend.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
I don't want people like me around me.
No.
I need people around me that are not like me.
Yeah.
A baseball team's not all first basemen or catchers, right?
Can't
Exactly.
be.
Yep.
Can't be. All right, now clean us up. What do you got?
Well, I love the feedback loop, so I'll continue on with that. But Claire Babino-Fontenot, CEO of Feed in America.
Yeah.
We worked at Walmart together, but she is
I worked at Walmart alumna.
Oh, yay.
I worked for Sam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Dates me, but yes.
So I was in the accounting area at the time.
Bless you.
And, bless me right, because I was having a tough time with it. And she told me one day when we were having a mentoring conversation and she was mentoring me, I was soaking up as much as I could. She said, I want to tell you, feedback is a gift. And it took me years to really understand what she was talking about.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I added to it over the years. And so what I tell folks that I'm having a conversation with now, trying to do same things to motivate them, inspire them, feedback is a gift. You don't have to co-sign everything that's said about you.
That's right. 100%.
So you pick the parts that you can apply to your situation and learn and you grow from it. But that was some of the best advice.
And that feedback is from one perspective.
Exactly.
You start coalescing 10 different perspectives and they give you some of the same data.
Well, that's right.
Okay, maybe you should probably address that.
That's right. And so your own chat GPT can tell you kind of where you need to go.
100%.
But it was amazing. The other thing is never run away from a job.
Right.
So don't quit. You should be running towards something. So if you're going to go someplace else.
I got that advice at Albertsons when I was like 14, 15 years old. The store manager said never quit because of one person.
Exactly.
Because most chances are other people have a problem with that person and they'll be gone.
That's a good point.
Just don't quit over a person.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, unless it's toxic or, illegal or some other stuff. Anyhow, y'all have been wonderful. Get on with the rest of the conference. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. This is great.
And we're out.